duties and dudettes.
I have a bit of breaking news to share with all of you, and it's very exciting because it relates to one of the ticker symbols that we've been talking about for the past couple weeks. And as you guys know, I've been extremely bullish on it. Well, the news that came out today makes me even more bullish. And if you have no clue what I'm talking about the artist formerly known as Facebook, now called Meta, ticker symbol META. The information that I'll be breaking down in this video pretty much relates to the fact that Mark Zuckerberg, the captain of the ship, is going to be skyrocketing this ticker. Man, oh man, you better buckle up. But of course, before we do, don't forget to like, subscribe, share it with a friend. And with all that being said, let's rock. To have a better understanding of why I'm so incredibly bullish on Meta, it's also a good idea to know what's going on in the overall market. And as the market closed today, Monday, June the 30th, to wrap up the month and really kick off a new quarter, here was the headline. S&P 500 rises to another record to wrap up second quarter comeback. Yes, you heard that right. The S&P 500, the daddy of them all, hit a new all-time high of 6,215. We are smashing records. And it wasn't just the S&P 500, so did the NASDAQ 100. I'm actually going to have to move that, but brand new high, almost now at 23,000 flat, looking phenomenal. So obviously the daily chart for these overall market indices looking really, really good. On an individual day basis, nothing really happened until late in the day. And the reason we had to wait until the end of the day is because that's when JP Morgan finished rolling out their position. They do these big quarterly collar plays, and today everyone was waiting. It happened around 2:30, 2:45. And as soon as that was over, that's exactly when the market started to take off. Very interesting to pay attention to. Regardless, the SPY gaining about 0.5%, the NASDAQ up about 0.65. You had the Russell actually gaining a little bit, looking kind of bad into close. And as I'm filming this, Bitcoin trading around 107,000. So right here, here's the heat map. Things are looking pretty good. Tesla's still red because Elon has once again renewed his fight with Donald Trump. I don't know why, but obviously the main focus of this video is what in the world is going on with META. Very, very excited. It also hit a new all-time high today, almost taking out 750, technically 747.90. The previous high was about 741. So things were looking very strong this morning. We didn't get that amazing intraday follow through, but I'm still very, very optimistic for where this is going. And I'll even be giving you the levels to pay attention to. But before we get to those specific details, I first need to explain to you why I think the overall market is going to go higher. And this is very important for Meta because remember, Meta is a major player in the overall market and there is going to be some correlation there. It's really tough to be absurdly bullish on an individual equity, especially a large one, when the overall market is in the tank. So it's very good that the market's going up because that's going to be providing some tailwinds for Meta to also hit another new all-time high. So really, let's kick this off with the overall market of why I think we could keep going up. And we're just getting really good news related to the whole trade war debacle. White House says Canada caved to Trump over digital services tax. The White House said Canada Prime Minister Carney caved to President Donald Trump by hastily rescinding the country's digital services tax. This is why the market kind of puked into close on Friday right before a random bounce at like the last 10-15 minutes. But anyway, over the weekend, I guess they kissed and made up, and here's where we are right now. Trump had threatened to cut off all trade talks with Ottawa in retaliation for the tax. The White House said it will likely ask more countries to drop their DSTs as part of an ongoing trade talk with the Trump administration. On top of that positive news, we got other positive trade war news. EU to accept Trump's universal tariff but seeks key exemptions. The EU is willing to accept a trade agreement with the US that includes a 10% universal tariff on many of its exports, but wants the US to commit to lower rates on key sectors. The EU is pushing for US for quotas and exemptions to effectively lower Washington tariffs on automobiles, car parts, steel, aluminum, and wants to address non-tariff barriers and sectoral tariffs. The EU has until July 9th, so pretty much next week, to clinch a trade arrangement with the US and is preparing countermeasures, including tariffs on 21 billion and 95 billion of US goods in case the talks yield an unsatisfactory outcome. So basically, the TLDR on those two stories are tensions with respect to the trade war are still a little high, but they're simmering down and we are making progress. And ideally between now and the holiday and maybe the week right after the holiday, we're going to get some positive news. But I should let you know that there were reporters asking the president today, hey, what happens if you need more time? And he said, yeah, I could give him more time. He said he doesn't think that they're going to need it and that we will be getting updates soon. But basically, it's not like this is a hard and fast deadline. So I just want to put that out there. And since we're here talking about the realm of politics, you should know another thing that's going to impact the market this week and next week is really what's going on with the big beautiful bill. Republicans charge ahead with mega bill's fate uncertain. Senate starts marathon of votes as GOP works to pass Trump's tax and spending package by July 4th. Obviously, I don't want to get too much into the politics of the big beautiful bill in this particular video, but I just want to put it out there because it is a narrative that you should be paying attention to. And now let's get into how Mark Zuckerberg has officially changed everything for Meta stock. Today, we hit a new all-time high of $747.90, which means officially the year-to-date gain is 25%. Being we had a horrible sell-off in April, that's actually beyond impressive. So let's get into why today specifically, but really over the past week, things have been looking so good. And it's for the exact reason I've been pitching to you guys in these videos for weeks is Meta is making a very strategic, strong move into the world of AI, and they are playing it off beautifully. Meta shares hit all-time high as Mark Zuckerberg goes on an AI hiring blitz. Meta shares hit a record high today, Monday, underscoring investor interest in the company's new AI super intelligence group. The company's shares reached almost $748 during midday trading, topping Meta's previous stock market record in February when it began laying off by 5% of its workforce that deemed low performers. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg has been on an AI hiring blitz amid fierce competition with rivals such as OpenAI and Google parent Alphabet. For weeks, I've been reporting to you that he is personally hiring these people. This has become a personal pet project of his, which shows you how much the company really cares in this whole super intelligence group. And obviously right now, AI is the buzz. And personally, in my opinion, I think it's here to stay. And really, Meta is this large tech player with a lot of data to train unique models on. It seemed like a match made in heaven. I'm blown away that they didn't do it earlier, but I'm not going to complain that fact that they're actually getting to it now. More specifically, today, Mark Zuckerberg announced the creation of Meta Superintelligence Labs, and he did so via a memo, and I just want to show you a little bit of it. Obviously, we're not going to go over the whole thing. As the pace of AI progress accelerates, developing superintelligence is coming into sight. I believe this will be the beginning of a new era for humanity, and I am fully committed to doing what it takes for Meta to lead the way. Today, I want to share some details about how we're organizing our AI efforts to build toward our vision. Personal superintelligence for everyone. Folks, mark my words, come back to this video in half a year, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. This is going to be game changing. We're going to call our overall organization Meta Superintelligence Labs, or MSL. This includes all of our foundations product and FAIR teams, capital FAIR, as well as a new lab focused on developing the next generation of our models. Now, if you want, I will link this particular thing in the description of the video, but there's a little bit of a bio of all the major people that they hired for this team. And let me tell you, this is an impressive group of knockout brainiacs. Like I said, if there was one group that was going to keep driving this particular field to the next level, to the next level, and to the next level, as you can see here, man, oh man, it's going to be this group, which makes me that excited for where this stock's going to go. And obviously, the market agrees with me because guess what? It hit another new all-time high. Now I know not everyone here watching this video is interested in investing in Meta. Some of you are active traders, so you might be thinking,
well, I want to know where it's going to go in the next week or monthing or something like that.
And on the screen here, you can see the options layout. And I know there's a little bit of confusion with spot gamma because it's so powerful. They have a lot going on. But the thing I need to bring to your attention is this massive negative gamma node. It is long calls at 750. That is the strike, and it's going to be for this monthly expiration. So 750 in the short term, a little bit above the current all-time high. That's going to be the main battle. I will be watching that level like a hawk. If Meta can get above and hold above that level, we have a chance of pushing a bit more, or maybe we have to wait and see how the options market restructures itself. But for right now, this is going to serve as major resistance. I'm in Meta. I own shares of it. I also have short-term calls. This is what I'm watching really for both of those positions. As a long-term investor, I really don't care about the shares right now. I'm in this for the decades. But for my short-term position, which is going to expire in July, obviously this is the exact level that you got to be paying attention to. That will be a massive bullish win if we can get above, close above, and hold that level. But until then, this is going to be a serious ceiling that the bulls need to break through. So please pay attention to it. Whether we do break out, or if it's a fake out breakout, or if it's a straight up rejection, we might be finding out as early as tomorrow, because we have a lot going down before the holiday. Tuesday, July 1st, to kick off the month, to kick off a new quarter at 9:30, market open. The chairman of the Fed, Jerome Powell, will be speaking. And if I had to guess, there's going to be quite a bit of drama, because today, the president of the United States apparently wrote him his own message about how he's too late. Jerome Too Late Powell and his entire board should be ashamed of themselves for allowing this to happen to the US. They have one of the easiest yet most prestigious jobs in America, and they have failed and continue to do so. If they were doing their job properly, our country would be saving trillions of dollars in interest costs. The board just sits there and watches, and they are equally to blame. We should be paying 1% interest or better. Like I said, it's drama. It's bachelorette drama, but at the highest level of politics and economics. So the whole situation is pretty crazy. Please pay attention to that in the short term, but in the medium term and really in the long term, I'm very, very excited about not only the overall market, brand new all-time highs today, but as I've been saying, screaming from the mountaintops for weeks now, Meta looks beautiful. Obviously, with all that being said, these are my own opinions, and I would love to get yours in a comment below. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm kind of right, kind of wrong? Let me know what you are personally watching. I would love to hear from you. That's what I have for you now. I'll catch you in the next one.